Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for September 30th, 2021. I'm your host, Tanner Kern, joined by my co-host, Grant Mitchell. Hey, Grant, don't let the Red Sox win today.
Tanner, did you put us on the wrong side?
I think I did. There we go.
Yeah, that looks. Yeah. There we go.
Some shows, it just like I'm Grant. You know what? Like I'm on 15 million shows. I don't know what side I got to go on every day.
You know what, Tanner? When you start making excuses for one thing, you make excuses for everything.
Parlay Power Hour for September 30th, 2021. Grant, how do you think the Yankee fans are feeling today?
I want to know from our guys, our Yankee chirpers who have been in here. And I mean, I'll be straight up. I prefer the Yankees to the Red Sox. I don't want to, we talk about the Red Sox so much. I don't want my affiliations to get confused with Tanner's. So the first Little League baseball team I ever played for was the Yankees. So that's why I've kind of always. Everybody has that team they kind of fake root for. You know what I mean? Like, if my team's not doing well, this is the team I like. That's been the Yankees for me. So I want to see them in the playoffs. But, real Yankees fans, after that loss to the Blue Jays, you got to be afraid. I mean, I know it was a very close game, but if you lose again today, all of a sudden you're tied with the Red Sox and you're only a half game ahead of the Mariners and the Blue Jays. That's got to be scary.
If I woke up today, I'm a Yankee fan, I'm shitting my pants. I know I shit on the Yankees all the time, and I know Yankee fans shit on me. That's kind of just our relationship. But like unbiased baseball journalist here right now, yes, baseball journalist, calling myself a serious term. I would be scared shitless right now if I was New York Yankees because the Blue Jays are good. Bo Bichette, that when Bo Bichette's running around the bases last night, this is our fucking house. Like I would just be like, I'd be stunned. I don't know what to say. Yankees are one game up. You lose tonight. Figure the Red Sox are going to win tonight. Honestly, Red Sox didn't look great last night, but figure they win tonight over Baltimore. I don't know what's going to happen against Washington. Juan Soto better not beat us. You can't let Juan Soto beat us. But other than that, if we win tonight and the Yankees lose, we're tied. And keep in mind, too, guess what was last night, Grant?
What was last night?
Garrett Cole Day.
Yeah, it's Robbie Ray Day today.
Yeah, and against Kluber. So you got to count. Maybe the Yankees are heavy dogs today. That could have been a good risk bet, too. All right, this is the best hour of your day. Also, Caesars Sportsbook risk-free bet to $5,000. Today is the last day to get your jersey. The last day. So it's Thursday Night Football. If you have not bet on Caesars, you need to put $100 down on Thursday Night Football to get an $150 jersey. They literally are giving you $50 free, and you might win off that $100. If you have not taken this promotion yet, you are crazy. Also, later today, when I get to it, Caesars is trying to send you to the World Series. They're trying to send you to the World Series, Grant. All right. They have a promotion going, which is epic. I'm going to be talking about later today. So make sure you check that out. But first, bet $100 on the NFL game tonight. The Pussycat Bowl, right? The Pussycat Bowl. Yep. Jaguars, Bengals. Shout out ZZ Props. Let's go. All right. This is the best hour of your day. Subscribe to the network. Grant, Jaguars, Bengals. You like the Bengals at 7.5. I love this pick out of you. It's a great pick. Way to start the day off strong.
Yeah, I'm glad to have your support. That's all that matters to me. The Bengals are 2-1, and they are atop their division, and it's pretty crazy. Their 2 wins have been against the Vikings and the Steelers, and both teams might be overvalued in name, but they are still decent teams. And their loss was to the Bears, who have looked pathetic on offense. And no offense to Justin Fields, I think he has probably the highest. Him or Trevor Lawrence have the highest ceilings in this draft, in my opinion, but he's been terrible. He was 6 of 20 for 60 yards, something like that. He was just terrible. And the Bears ended up beating the Bengals. So that's their one loss. They're going against the Jags, who are 0-3. This whole Trevor Lawrence, Urban Meyer combo has gotten off to a dreadful start, to be completely honest. I don't expect that to continue forever. I'm not saying the Jaguars are going to miraculously turn around and make the playoffs. When you have a coach with that much experience, even if it is at the college level, and you have a quarterback who is the best prospect since Andrew Luck, he's going to make plays. And he has been making plays, even though he leads the league in interceptions. Some of his touchdown throws have been on the money. So I actually think this game is going to be closer than people thought. With it being minus 7.5, obviously a touchdown is not going to cover. It's going to have to be more than that. And that's what really kind of had me sitting on the fence. I do think that the Bengals are probably going to score a touchdown late in the fourth, or middle of the fourth, let's say, go up by 2 scores. Jags gonna have to orchestrate a 4-down drive. They're gonna turn it over on downs. Bengals are gonna win by 9 points.
Like that. All right. So Jaguars, Bengals -7.5. Grant. Also, I want to give a shout out to Connecticut. Connecticut sports betting launched today. So when I go home in the next week, I will be placing a bet on probably football. Anyways, great. This is a great same game parlay. I was going to say, if you were going to bump it down, you could go -6.5 by a whole point. It's going to cost you in the odds, but still could be pretty good there. I do like the Bengals to cover. Bengals are riding very high after beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know Ben Roethlisberger looks like he should retire at this point, but it's still a big win. It's impressive. And I think they'll keep it going tonight, Grant. Guess what I'm picking? I'm riding with this. We were talking before the show. If you don't like the Red Sox picks, don't watch. Don't watch till next week. All right. Because you're getting it every day. Red Sox run line. Red Sox run line -154 versus the Baltimore Orioles. Put your house on this game. Nick Pivetta, 9-7, 4.52. Going against Alexander Wells, 1-3, 7.61. We won yesterday, 6-0, Grant. We covered with ease. You know why we lost game one?
Because you don't have grit.
We have a lot of grit, Grant. Give the whole fucking team COVID. Give the whole team COVID. We won game one. We lost game one because their ace pitched. And you know what?
Stop saying that.
What do we say? He is their ace.
You had Chris Sale.
Doesn't matter. We went against their ace. Our offense was shut down. They did a great job. They hit the corners. They located. It was a great pitching performance. You got to tip your cap, Grant.
A 7-time All-Star versus a guy with a 4.66 ERA. And you're talking about the Orioles had the advantage on the mound?
Chris Sale is thinking about Yankee Stadium next Tuesday night. Oh, wait. It might be at Fenway, Grant. It might be at Fenway. Oh, wait. Go Blue Jays. Yeah. Chris Sale doesn't give a shit about pitching in front of 10 people at Camden Yards, okay? He's already thinking about the wild card. All right, so forget about that. Offensively, we got to step it up a little bit. The 6 runs, a few of them came late. It was in garbage time. We got to be better today, Grant. Red Sox run line, easy bet. Not spending much time on this. Let's go back to football. Our last 2 bets are football bets. Trevor Lawrence over 1.5 picks. This is a good bet, I think, because he threw 2, 2, and 3. They're going to have to throw the ball down the field tonight to win. And like you said, Lawrence makes a lot of great throws, but he's under pressure. He's under duress. And he's probably just going to throw the ball up. At some point, it's going to get picked. It's a good risk.
It is a good risk here, but it is important to point out that this is our risk-free bet. This is surefire because obviously for a quarterback to throw one interception, that means that they made a mistake and it means the defense capitalized. And to throw 2, that's even worse. Putting behind how poor he has been taking care of the ball. There's only one player on the Bengals roster that has an interception this year, which is Logan Wilson, who's a linebacker, and he has 3 of them. He has all 3 of them. So whether it's going to be Wilson picking off 2 more, we're going to have to wait and see. I do have my concerns about the Bengals secondary since they lost some of their guys in free agency. But I think that, like you said, we can go back to my bet. I think the Bengals are going to cover in this one, so the Jags have to throw the ball. And like you said, that means there's more of a chance of mistakes happening. Plus 135, over 1.5 interceptions. Tanner, there's a good chance it happens.
And that's how much the sports book kind of disrespects Trevor Lawrence at this point right now. Like, to think to go into a game betting a quarterback to throw over 1.5 picks, that would usually be like +2 something. Like, I think you can get Burrow at over 1.5 for like +100, or over a half for +100. So 1 pick. Like, so that's pretty disrespectful that it's only +135 for 1.5 picks, but still good value. Good risk parlay if you're going same game parlay for this. So we like that. Our favorite prop of the night, though, this is mine. Grant, Joe Mixon over 85.5 yards. We both love this.
Yeah, this was a good spot from you, Tanner. I'll let you talk it through this since it was yours.
So really, when we think of yardage, right, we think of how many carries are they going to get. And, the Jaguars have a decent front 7 we were talking about. But when it comes down to carries, we look at what Joe Mixon's done this year. The number of carries he has gotten has been sensational. And you know what? He has covered this total twice. He went 129 for 127 in the first game, 20 for 69 in the second game, didn't hit it against the Bears. And then he went 18 for 90. So he has hit this 2 times, but it's the number of carries. If you're going to give me a back that's going to get 20 carries tonight, I'm going to go over 85.5 yards.
Yeah, and even in that game that he didn't cover, he was 20 yards short, but like you said, he got 20 carries. That's really all that matters. And do you want to know who has the second most rushing yards on the Bengals team, Tanner?
I'm going to say Burrow.
It's Samaje Perine. He has 21 yards on 6 attempts. Joe Mixon's got 67 attempts for 286. He controls that backfield. It's not even close. He's in there on passing situations. He's in there on 1st and 10. It doesn't matter. They're going to feed him the ball. And at the end of the game, since we both think the Bengals are going to win, that means they're especially going to have to try to, control the clock, eat up some time. That's going to feed into Mixon even more. And Mixon's a top 10 back in this league, in my opinion. Going over 85.5, given these circumstances, should be easy for him.
Joey Burrow's got 9 yards this season, so I was close.
He's only, 12 yards? Did I say 21 yards? Yeah, he's only 12 yards off of P. Ryan. P. Ryan had a 400-yard rushing game in college.
Really? Grant,
yeah, at Oklahoma.
Grant, I graded out at like a 91 game in college.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm fucking blogging right now. So.
Who are you playing?
My best game came against Lehigh. That was my best performance, best grade. A little 90 action.
So actually objective, your best game, not your personal feeling that was my best game I played.
Oh, like what my grade was. I think my best game, I don't know my best game. Grant, I was an okay football player. I was all right.
You were very fat, which helps. So
you know what, Grant? I don't appreciate it. Why don't you show the people your shorts you're wearing today, Grant? Why don't you show the people?
Should I show them the shorts?
Just show them the Gymshark shorts. We finished today. We're only
I'm a thigh guy. I got
girls. Stop, girls. Watch out. Watch
out. Get the thighs out. Get the thighs out.
Watch out, girls. Grant. Wow.
Everyone in Blacksburg, stay calm. It's just me. It's not a monster, you see.
DT.
DT, Taylor. Should I wear these DT?
When? This weekend?
You think they'll let me into the bar wearing these?
I don't know. Probably not, honestly. You going DT this weekend, Grant?
Of course I am. Are you kidding? I'm in college. DT is downtown for everybody watching.
Yeah,
confused.
We're not adding F onto that.
Tanner's a bit of a boomer. Even though we're the same age, he loves to say that he's so much older than me. And I told him I was going DT, and he said, "What the hell is DT? What does that even mean?"
Listen, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Nobody's like, "Hey, meet me DT." Like, because when you said DT, I was like, "Okay, DTF." I'm like, "All right, Grant, I see you."
Why would I be texting you about that?
I don't know, Grant. I don't know. That's why I was like, "What the frig?" I didn't know, Grant. All right. So, anyway, this is great. This is a PG show. Stop trying to make it freaking a rated R.
Stop dropping the F-bomb in the first minute of every show.
Okay. It's because it's the Red Sox, Grant. Hey, I mark it. Listen, after I go through, I go back to the video and I mark it, is this made for kids? And I always say no. So I give them a warning, Grant. There's a lot worse content out there. First of all, Grant, if a kid did watch this, we're breaking down mathematical equations to figure out statistical bets to win money. It's simple.
That is true. This is an educational show.
Great. The shit you learn in high school and college, that's not going to teach you like Parlay Power. A Parlay Power Hour is going to tell you how to win money. Okay?
I agree. That's why I skipped class on Tuesday.
Oh, bad. We got a badass alert. Badass alert. All right, great.
I was doing my preparation for the next morning's math class.
There you go. That's what it's all about. That's how we win money. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to go with your gut. I think that's the bottom line in life. If you want to take one thing from this show, when you don't know the answer mathematically, just go with your gut. It probably is going to work out.
Yep. Or if you're in college like me, always pick C.
Always pick C?
Yeah. You never did that on a test where you didn't know the answer? You just pick C?
No, I just kind of picked the one I thought was right.
It's like an old saying, because like C, like your brain it feels more comfortable in the middle of things, so you always pick C, because people have a tendency naturally to just pick C. So like if I have a tendency naturally to pick C, that means the test maker probably had a tendency to put the correct answer as C.
You know what my final thought is today? Speaking of that, you know
what is it, Tater?
I don't know. Oh, I think my ESPN tab just went off. I think my final thought today is the teachers that put like the option like an E, like all of the above.
Oh yeah.
Like A and B or like D and C, like those teachers suck. That's my final thought.
Yeah, the big middle finger to if you're those teacher, or like you know what's the worst, Tanner? Think back to your SAT days. Hopefully you could take one and you weren't dealing with CTE, concussion symptoms, but when they would give you a sentence or a statement and they they'd say, which is the most correct? And the sentence is something like, Tanner had 5 apples and he gave 3 to Grant. And then the answers are like, Tanner had 5 apples. Tanner could have eaten more, but he didn't. Grant can now eat food. And it's like, which one of these 3 do you think is the best answer? And they're all correct. This doesn't prove anything. That's my least favorite type of test.
Okay, so that was your final thought?
No, I've got an even better one saved up. You want to know what my final thought is?
What?
Online shopping freaking sucks because I bought these thigh shorts came from online shopping, but I also got some shirts. And you know what, Tanner? We need a universal size guide for shirts because I've been a large since I was 150 pounds when I was a long distance runner. I'm 190 right now. I got a large and it's a freaking triple XL. It hangs down like halfway down my quads. I have 3 shirts in the dryer at full heat for an hour right now. That's as long as my dryer will go. I've already run them 3 times through the cycle. I'm trying to shrink them as much as I can. And if these don't shrink, I will have wasted $50, and I'll be very upset.
I mean, I'm just an XL, pretty much everything. Like my jerseys are a little big. I probably should be a large, but I just go with XL. Feeling loose, feeling comfortable. I used to be a 3X.
Well, yeah, I go with large for everything, but these larges they're ginormous. They're like they belong in the big and tall store.
You know what? Those large. You know what? You're scared of those larges. You're scared of those larges, Grant.
I'm scared of larges.
You're scared of those larges, like the New York Yankees are scared of the Toronto Blue Jays.
You just had to find one way to get it back to the Yankees, didn't you?
Grant, don't let the fucking Red Sox win today. That was Parlay Power Hour for September 30th, 2021. Tomorrow's October, baby. Birthday month. Let's go. Thumb, one finger, one pinky. All love. See you tomorrow for another episode. Wait, we'll read tomorrow?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. See you tomorrow.